think an important keyword is believing in oneself, believing in myself, believing in yourself, all of us believing in ourselves. And a lot of the strategies can help to rebuild that sense of trusting. Because I was unable to remember the accident, I didn't understand why I was in rehab. And only when I was discharged after approximately 4 months, I realized, hey, my reality's changed, and this is going to have a big impact on my everyday function. So my head injury occurred not long after I finished year 12 in January 2005. I was hit by a vehicle as I was stepping off a tram. The vehicle was going between 33 and 60 k's per hour when it hit me, so it was speeding up to overtake. I hit the windshield and the bonnet, and then I was thrown into the center of the intersection and I had a seizure. My TBI symptoms are challenges with balance, visual spatial abilities, attention span, following tasks that have multiple steps, word retrieval, short-term memory loss, long-term memory loss, disorientation, fatigue, and being overwhelmed by too much stimuli. So the way that I manage the organizational abilities is by creating lists, breaking down tasks into achievable stages. I'm very careful to journal immediately after an event occurring if it may be important and I'll need to reflect back on it at a later time. I prefer not to use maps to navigate because that prevents me from actually using my own abilities. So instead, I do use the technique on focusing on central landmarks that are unique to that place. I try set time to learn about things connected to general knowledge. There's only so much I can prepare prior to a conversation to make sure that I'm able to retrieve the words or the knowledge that I need in order to participate. A very common sentence I hear, try remember, you can remember, you have that knowledge. I may, and I most likely don't. I'm aware to go to sleep at a similar time every night, to wake up at a similar time every morning. I make sure to take regular breaks throughout my day. Not to try and rush from one activity to another, because then there's not enough time to process in between them, and then I find that the information that I'm trying to encode is building on the activity before and not being processed properly and not making sense. I came up with a term called empty brain syndrome. I can describe it like being in a black room. I'm searching my brain for the information, but inside all I see is the black. There's no map to guide me through the darkness, so I'm not sure where to find the information that I'm looking for. It all feels very far away. When I find the answer, I would describe it best as opening a door and seeing outside of the door lots of colour, and I associate that colour with being green and being full of nature. I love going on long walks, and I find it extremely thrilling to challenge my balance and my visual spatial abilities. TBI is an illness you can't understand unless you experience it. It's an invisible injury, but that doesn't mean that it's less serious. I value being able to laugh at my word muddles and to laugh at myself as part of my expression, and that's a strategy to help me deal with daily frustrations. I may not remember my friend's personal details, even though I've received the information multiple times. I may or may not remember the experiences that we've shared together. Something that I really want to tell people is that that doesn't mean I don't care, and it doesn't mean that I don't want to build on the relationship. I just need more time and more patience in order to build that connection and to build those memories. And so every moment counts, every moment's meaningful, and every moment is precious. I have no expectation in the future that I'll be able to retrieve this moment again, and if I do, it's a blessing. I want to make all my moments good ones.